Alrighty, folks, it is 2024, and I'm celebrating brand new conversations with amazing folks. Mr. Stephen Dow has been here almost 3 years, bringing the value from Velocity Mortgage. Mr. Dow, thank you very much for being here each week. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you. The audience appreciates you. Thank you so much.
Likewise, Happy New Year, sir.
Well, let's start off with some good news. I personally knew this was coming. You, of
hmm
course, could never say it because you have to do the marketing thing. Let's not forget that marketing thing. Uh,
Yes,
do the
again.
marketing thing first.
Yes, you got it. Although I work very happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel, that of my own. So let's get it going.
Well, now let me go back to what I was going to say because the marketing thing is
hmm
out of the way. I knew this was coming. You, of course, couldn't say it because you would get in trouble. Rates have dropped. Rates
Yes,
are dropping at Velocity Mortgage. So let's just
yes.
celebrate that that is now a reality, not just a possibility.
Oh yeah, no, the sales department was yay up in agreement as far as that just makes us that much more competitive, I feel. Again, it's still a specialized product because it's just somewhat,
Yeah,
specific. But again, it definitely helps to make more potential deals happen because again, it makes it, the numbers make sense.
right. Cost of capital is part of the equation. I don't really
Yes,
care
sir.
what it is as long as it's the same for everybody. It just
hmm
allows me to do deals. Cost of capital
hmm
comes in, it is what it is. So
Yes,
uh, it,
sir.
it it's a good thing. So
hmm
folks, again, if you've been talking with Velocity Mortgage or Stephen Dow, you want to see what it means for you. The floor rate's lower, the program's lower. Reach out to him, have those discussions. But what I want to talk about now that that's out of the way is you are going to be one of the speakers uh, at the event in February 17th and 18th. We have a
Yes.
whole section of my mortgage guys up there going to be talking with the audience. But instead of talking about that, I want to talk about you
Mhm.
being a rock star. You're going to have 300 people in the audience. Most of them have been following you for a long time. So I would tell you to wear your best stuff because you're going to get your picture taken a lot.
Well, I mean, I would have to kind of, I guess, take your word for it. I have not had the opportunity to attend one of these events, but just from the response, just from the phone calls, it's usually like, oh, I can't believe I'm talking to Steve, and it's like, you mean me?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh
This
yeah.
guy.
So yeah, but again, I think it's just because of how many videos we've done, the
Right.
amount of time and consistency. I think people just, especially regular viewers, are just like,
Yeah.
wow, this, like we see him every week. It's just like my neighbor that I see every week, and then I'll say,
Yeah.
hey, neighbor, I haven't seen you in a while. So it's going to be, I think, an interesting dynamic. Yeah, so it'll be fun
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. And the other thing that's really interesting to me is I really believe because we're going to have 300 people there, right?
hmm
Actually, we're going to have 300 tickets. We're going to probably have 350 people there, right? With speakers and
Right,
sponsors and all of that.
right,
And I actually expect there to be brand new friendships created. And I believe events like it's why I added to my goal sheet. I want to go to 3 other events, right? Three, like
hmm
Think Media's event and maybe Ryan Pineda's event or whatever they're going to be. I'm going to go to at least 3 this year
right.
and be the guy in the audience because I want to be around people that are doing things that I want to do. And I think this is important for people to realize because yes, we are sold out, but we do have some virtual tickets. You're going to be able to hear from 20 plus millionaires. You're going to be able to get questions from the audience. You're going to be able to rewatch the video. And again, I hope you make new friendships. That's part of the reason you're in my private Facebook group because you get to watch people interacting. There's 2,000 plus members there now. So I really
Right,
hope we see new friendships formed and created. Why don't you talk? You go to a lot of events every year in the
right.
mortgage industry. Why don't you
hmm
talk about just the hallway conversations and just the relationships you can create there?
Well, again, just it starts off on a professional kind of level, as far as just the inquiring about your product and seeing how it'd be a good fit and things of that nature. But just over time, it's just human beings. You start to kind of build a relationship and start, maybe on a more personal level, and then
Right.
that builds into sometimes more satisfying relationships, sometimes just business related, whatnot. But it still grows your network, and
Mhm.
in that growing of your network, I think it just stimulates not only your business but also social network and things of that nature. So I mean, just with the one rental at a time family that I've done, multiple loans for, I feel we've become very good friends because again,
Yeah.
when I'm making really like impactful, relevant um, uh, opportunities happen for them, I think it just goes,
Yeah.
hand in hand. I'm doing good things for them, so they're gonna probably like that guy that's doing good things for them. So it's been a lot of fun and just quality people. I've never had really any bad experience ever from anybody from one rental at a time. So yeah, just again, I would definitely agree with what you're saying as far as just from some of these shows alone, and just from my experience, just from doing loans, I could see where getting that same, like-minded group of people in that same room is just only going to add. Because again, I think if you have certain questions on something that you don't know about, you can ask in that whole room of same
Yeah.
like-minded people, you're probably going to get some solid answers. So it's just
Yeah.
going to be, I think, a good thing to do for sure.
Yeah. And I think one of the things we're going to have to, we'll hit on again is the 90% combined loan to value, like what we call the 50-40-10, which can be positioned lots of different ways. We can go back and talk about your ARV Pro or your flipping program, which I tried to leverage. We'll see if that deal comes back. Part of me thinks it will. Um,
Right.
it's just fun to be doing this week in, week out. We've done more than 100 episodes now. We very rarely
Hmm.
miss. And I do think it's the consistency. And now you're one of my, like, this is really important to me, right? I really do
Hmm.
think there's something behind the show me your 5 friends and I'll show you your future.
Hmm.
Uh, I've changed my 5 friends a lot over 20 some years.
Right.
And a lot of folks that are watching this, you need to change your friends because your friends are holding you back. They're doomers, they're negative. They don't want you to change. They want you to keep showing up at the bar. They want you to smoke or play video games, whatever it is. You need
Right.
new friends. And I think an event like this or following a channel like you say that has a lot of good people
Hmm.
is a good way to do it, I think.
I think so too. I mean, I think just the longer you are on this planet and things that you hopefully are more aware of your surroundings, you just kind of notice that if you really want to get further in life, you gotta have to cut some dead weight. It's just a
Yes.
natural kind of thing, like your friendships that you build from a young age, homies, whatever, things of that nature. Some of them are gonna, everybody advances and progresses at different stages of
Dude,
life,
some of
right?
them never advance. They
Right,
just
right.
don't change.
Agreed. But then you don't want to be around. I mean, you can
Yeah.
still have acquaintances,
Yeah.
and they don't have to be the everyday, kind of the. Because again, like you said, you need to kind of surround yourself with people that are gonna inspire you and kind of like point you in the right direction.
Do you agree with this statement? If
Mm.
you want to be a millionaire, get
Hmm.
around millionaires.
Oh yeah, because you're only gonna pick up millionaire traits, unless you're just blind and just not aware and just like you know what I mean, like got your head in the sand, then that's just a natural kind of byproduct. Because
Mm.
again, most of those people in that circle aren't gonna tolerate anybody, right, less than that. So
Yeah.
you're almost gonna have to bring your game up. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're gonna be left behind, or they're not gonna invite you to everything, or
Just,
you just because either you're not gonna be able to afford that level what they're all doing, because again, you know what I mean? Millionaires are gonna want to do millionaire stuff. And
yeah,
if you
yeah.
ain't got millionaire pocketbooks, you ain't doing millionaire stuff.
Yeah. You're certainly not doing it twice.
Yeah.
You could
So
charge it once.
right, right, right. Paying it off next. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think definitely surround yourself, and I think in this networking of people, just talking to people and kind of seeing where they're at, and hopefully they can inspire you if you're not quite there, because everybody's got to
Yeah.
start someplace, and everybody's got their own lane and their own journey. But it's good to at least get around other people that are kind of doing some of what you're
Yeah.
doing maybe at different levels, and it's just only
Yeah.
going to improve your situation. So
Yeah, if you want to be a real estate investor, I don't know of another group other than one rental at a time. Obviously, there's bigger pockets, so let's give them their credit. But again,
right,
people that have a buy box, daily discipline, focus, one rental at a time is a great place to be. As is bigger pockets. I went there first many, many years ago, so
right,
totally okay.
right.
But the other thing that's interesting and why I added on my goal sheet and that I will share every Sunday, going to 3 other events is I want to see if there's more ways I can help people, right? Last year, Stephen, I got comfortable, right? I got my
Hmm.
millionaires on, dialed in. You and I speak at 9:30 every Thursday, you know. Matt and Dion is 8 a.m. every Tuesday, right? I got comfortable.
Right.
So one of the things I'm doing is I'm going to events like the Think Media's event in April because I want to
Hmm.
sit in the audience and just see if there's other things I could do. I'm not
Hmm.
going to build a big business. I'm not going to build a team, but I really do think there's some
Improvement. Room for improvement.
improvement, some
Slight little
little
tweaks. Sure.
tweaks, leverage where I could
Right.
double, triple the amount of people we help.
I'm thinking
Um,
theme music. I'm
yeah, maybe.
thinking uh
Flashing
uh
background.
yeah, yeah. Backup dancers, maybe
Ah,
something like that, you
intro
know.
music.
Yeah, so your own band. Welcome, oh, it's one real time band. You know
There you
what I
go.
mean? So I don't know. So
I don't know. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna get a little uncomfortable in 2024. And we're just gonna see what happens. I think growth comes from being uncomfortable. So 2023 was all about comfort.
right.
2024 is gonna be about being uncomfortable for me. Um, so any closing thoughts on 23 or 24 Vegas event? Wrap us up, bring us home.
Yeah, 2023 behind us, rearview mirror. Can't really say much because it doesn't matter. 2024, very optimistic. Rates just dropped for myself, so can't be nothing but more than optimistic, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the event, I think just looking forward to getting to put a face to the voice. Talk to several hundred people over the last almost 3 years, so it's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, 'cause it's gonna be for a couple of days, so
Yeah.
because 300 people, I don't know if I'm going to be able to not only meet everybody at the same or remember their names. I think for to some degree, so that's
Yeah.
going to be hard. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. Bring your camera, take some pictures, get a little dressed up because I'm hoping people put you on Instagram and put you on blast. So we'll have some fun.
Well, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
there, there you go. Thank you, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. Bye bye.